2nd, 2020.
All right.
Do I have any volunteers for the invocation? Then we will have a minute of silence if we may. Okay. Pledge of Allegiance, Kevin.
Sorry, do you want me to lead it too?
To the flag of the United States of America,
And to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I always have to get back. I am. Okay. Roll call, Jenny.
Okay, Chair Jones,
Here.
Vice Chair James,
Here.
Member Jameson, not here.
Yeah, he wasn't going to be here.
Oh, that's right. Commissioner Lavin,
Yes, I'm here.
Oh,
Member Williams,
Where'd you go that fast?
I'm here. Here.
Speak up.
I got 2 in the house tonight.
Oh, okay.
Do I have to say any more?
okay. Hello, Nancy. Didn't get to say hi to you earlier. We are now going to have the approval of the agenda.
I will make a motion that the agenda be approved as printed.
I'll second that.
Any comments? It has been moved and seconded that we approve the agenda for tonight's meeting. All those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion passes 4-0. Did we get minutes?
yes, ma'am.
Yes, we did. I'll entertain a motion for the minutes of September 10th.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from September 10th CRA meeting.
I don't have them, but I'll second.
Any comments? It has been moved and seconded that we approve the minutes for the September 10th, 2020 CRA meeting. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 4-0. Okay, our first business item, David, you want to take over now?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Ms. Jones. First item I have for business is the CRA annual report to the Alachua County Board of County Commissioners. Just found out I was supposed to present this Tuesday, but their legal department did not get through reviewing our report in time. So we have now got bumped to November 10th. That's not anything on our part. That's just county business, I was told. But we're going to go ahead and review the report. I'm sure many of y'all are familiar with the past. Some of the stipulations the county commissioners have put on the High Springs CRA regarding expenditure percentages, operating percentages of that nature. If you can see on the first page of the annual report, the background, I have number one, reduce operations and administrative costs to 50% by the time of its next approval. Jennifer and I were able to accomplish this. 50% on the second page, if you look in the chart, is the operations total is $98,601. Jennifer and I have managed to squeeze that in and get to where we need to be. So we have met the first criteria that the county commission has required for us, as I like to say, to get off of probation due to some things in the past. The other item that the county commission wanted us to work on are capital projects regarding the CRA district, and that I am working on also. The annual report here just kind of sums up what happened from October 1st of last year through September 30th of this year. There was not much due to the vacancy in the CRA position, which started last November and carried through to July when I started in here, and also with the COVID-19. So there was not much in the annual report for me. There were the facade grants. There were the events, the basic things I've done since July started. Also the farmers market pavilion, the almost 38,000, 37,000, the CRA spent to help fund that right there. But this is just, you can look through it. I'm not sure if anybody has any questions, but this is the annual report that was submitted to the county. Maureen Powell, the staff, my staffing person I report to, has accepted it. She's looked it over. They did not have any questions on their end. She was pleased with what we had been able to do through these circumstances we are in at this time. The next thing and the biggest item regarding this is asking the county to, number one, accept this report. If you look on this, I'm not sure if you have it, the request by the High Springs CRA to the Board of County Commissioners. The first one is to accept the report as presented. And the second one is the big one. Currently, we are the only CRA in the county that when the county funds their portion is not based on the county's millage rate, is based on the city's millage rate. Jennifer might be able to explain a little bit better if need be how that happened. I know a previous director had made an arrangement on her own with the county that set the city back. Currently, the county pays us at 5.88 mils. This year, we received $93,911 from the county. That's based on a tax evaluation of $19,803,000 for the CRA district, minus the base year of 1986 tax evaluation of 3.8 million, leaving 15.9 million as the taxable value for calendar year 2019. That's how we got $93,911 from the county. These rates just came to me mid-afternoon, so I will get them to you. Had the county funded the High Springs CRA on their millage rate of 8.2729 mils last year, the High Springs CRA, instead of receiving $93,911, would have received $132,128. That is nearly a $40,000 difference in funding for 1 year that we would have received. Upcoming fiscal year 2022, if we do not receive the county's mills rate and stay on the cities, according to the tax or property appraiser's office, I already know next year the city's portion will be $97,535. That's based on a taxable value of 20.4 million, subtracting the 3.8 million from the base year 1986. If we are to get the county to approve and they contribute at their tax rate, their millage rate has changed. It has dropped some to 7.8935 mills. That will cause a slight decrease also in funding, but they will contribute $130,934 next year if they approve what we are asking. That is a $33,000 increase in funding that we would be missing next year, and almost $40,000 this year we missed out on. So I just want to let the board know on November 10th, I will be going to the county commission and asking them to approve a change. I know it's an uphill battle I'm fighting, but I believe it's one that we've got a good fight for. I've got several projects lined up, capital improvement projects that will show that we are moving in the right direction. And the biggest thing is, and I know it's government, but I'm going to ask the county commission just to trust me to do my job. I hope I can sell myself and I can sell the why. I'm not here for the what, I'm here for the why. I'm here for High Springs. I'm not here for the projects to say, yes, I want to brag because I want us to have something to be proud of, but I'm here for the why. So I just want to let you know and ask for your support in asking for these two items, the report that I've submitted to the county to be accepted, and to also support my request to increase the county's contribution from the city's millage rate to the county's. The difference, that $35,000 a year average for the next 15 years, that's quite a significant sum. I know the county would hate to part with that, but the biggest thing is we are the only city in the county right now, the only CRA district that is not getting funded at the county's millage rate. Does anybody have any questions, concerns, thoughts so far?
It sounds good to me. And you say you've already submitted it, and it has
Yes,
been reviewed by your immediate, and you're just waiting for presentation for the county on the 10th.
Correct. I am waiting. They did not, I submitted this report almost 2 weeks ago. So they've had plenty of time to review it. I believe they just did not get to it. And apparently they had some other priority items that did need to get on the agenda that back to November 10th.
Well, then you've done all you can do at this point, sounds like.
Yes, ma'am. It's just a waiting game now with the county, and that's fine. It just gives me more time to be prepared.
Well, very good. Thank you for what you do.
David, I think that the November 12th date is going to help you. I think that's actually a good thing because there'll be new commissioners on the board. And so I think that might actually be in our favor at this point. Do you have some visuals like pictures of the farmer's market with people out there? Are you going to do a PowerPoint or something presentation?
I had not planned on it. I don't know if am I allowed to do that?
If you take the PowerPoint with you before the meeting, and they can plug it in there on the dais so that you can do the presentation to the commission, okay?
I will. Tuesday's grand opening of the farmer's market will be a tremendous time to have that, pictures of that done as well. So I can take pictures of downtown and the different things. I've got some things to present to you here tonight shortly of some projects that we're going to be starting. And so I can take that to the county, and these are the things they want to see that we are prepared to move on.
So ask your contact person that used to be Edgar if you have to get the PowerPoint down there ahead of time, they might have changed the policy, but it used to be you could take it in that day of the meeting, okay?
All right, I'll get with Maureen. I don't mind. In fact, I'd rather go ahead and email it to them so they have it ready and they can review it if they need to.
David,
Yes, ma'am.
I noticed maybe you're going to get to this as to some of the things that are going to be coming. The charging stations. Do we know where those are going to be located?
Yes, ma'am. We'll be hopefully presenting that at the next board meeting. I don't have anything on paper yet, but Extreme Exposure, the dive shop in the old post office,
Mhm.
they are now completely off. Oops, I had a thing pop up. Extreme Exposure, the top of their building is now covered in solar panels, and they are actually backfeeding the line for Duke Energy. And going around introducing myself to the businesses, I went in there and just shared with them some of the things I'm hoping to do, like charging stations. And the manager, Kyle, said, we want to do that also. We are free electricity. We are willing to work with you and get 2 charging stations right out front. So I said, perfect, let's partner up. So we're going to partner with them. I'm working with Sean Lewis in the Economic Opportunity Office up in Tallahassee. He's helping me find some grant money to help pay for the charging stations and installation, and Extreme Exposure is willing to supply the electricity for them. So we're looking at 2 to 3 charging stations. I think in front of their shop is a great location. Number one, because they're sponsoring, but 2, it is on Main Street, but it's not in the most frequently used places where others would want to park, that it would take up a spot if somebody who wasn't charging wasn't there.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other comments?
No other question. Then we can move on to number 2. Kevin, if you could throw up the pictures.
Yes, sir. Which pictures did you want?
The roof pictures, please. Just some background while going around getting the plumbing and electrical taken care of to retrofit all our bathroom facilities. While I was in the downtown bathroom facility, it was noticed that the women's side restroom had a severe leak. Can you do them side by side, Kevin? If possible. If not, we can do one at a time.
Let's do one at a time.
It was noted that the roof on the downtown bathroom facility was leaking. There's also wood damage underneath the shingles. I believe it is the original roof. The building's about 15 years old now, and it is the original roof that is on the building. So it has reached its life expectancy, maybe a couple years early. I have proposed putting a matching roof to the pavilion on it, green metal, to go ahead and match the pavilion so that whole area looks sharp. And was given 2 different quote amounts for 2 different kinds of roofing. I believe everybody has in front of them I hope the roofing quotes.
Yes.
The picture that Kevin is showing now coincides with the type of metal that Reed Roofing would be putting on. It is the quote that is for $12,000. That is just your standard metal roof with the screw and rubber gaskets that go on it. This quote is just simply putting 1x4 sheet purlings over space about every 4 feet apart going up the roof. They would simply screw those onto the roof through the shingles, and then screw the metal roofing onto it, leaving the existing structure in place under it. Is just basically covering it up. The second type of metal that is being proposed that the next two quotes were given matches the pavilion. Kevin, can you throw up the pavilion picture, please? This is called a standing seam roof. The vertical pieces on each type of metal lock in, so there are no screws throughout the roof, as you can see, except for the edges where the eave drip and fascia goes. I wasn't sure about this type of roof to start with. Looking at it, I think most everybody is used to seeing on residential roofs the other type of roof, but after spending some time over at the pavilion and seeing this roof, this standing seam roof has grown on me. I like this. This is the more expensive roof. Just comparing metal to metal, what it costs for installation, this is a bit more expensive, but it's a bit stronger in its type of construction. The metal, the gauge are both relatively the same that they use. It's just the way it's installed, a stronger roof structure. These two bids also, both companies, McFall Roofing and Hickman Roofing, I asked them about going over the existing roof. Neither one felt comfortable leaving the existing roof on. They preferred to take the shingles off, feeling that it going over them would not make the metal as strong as getting back down to the wood, replacing the wood that has decomposed due to the leak, and then putting on the metal roof without the shingle. They feel that it would sit better. Both these quotes are significantly higher than the Reed Roofing quote. The from McFall Residential Roofing, if you have it in front of you, is to replace the shingles, to repair any wood damage, and to put the new standing seam roof on is $29,250. That is a roughly $17,000 increase from the other roofer who was using a different type and not removing the shingles. And the third quote from Hickman Metal Roofing, doing the same type of work, removing the shingles, fixing any wood damage, and putting all new metal on fascia and everything that McFall was going to do, is $36,800. That's a quick math, a $7,000 price increase. I do not see, looking at both these quotes, enough of a difference to go with the greater amount. Both these roofing contractors, I've never dealt with either one personally. I know Hickman Roofing has been around for a long time. I'm sure most of you have seen their signs in different places along with McFall. My first question to the board would be, do you like the idea of replacing the downtown bathrooms with the green metal roofing to match the pavilion and the gazebo that's there? Or would you prefer to remain with the architectural shingles look?
So
I'm sorry.
I think making the green metal is a good idea, David. I can't get to my quotes right now. I'm sorry, because I can't get the computer to let me do that. On the one that was the first quote that was lower, does that include replacing the wood that's rotted, because it is a standard thing for them to go over asphalt shingles as long as there's only one layer and as long as the wood is repaired. And of course, the building permit would be pulled and it would be inspected. And I don't think you're going to notice that much difference. You know, maybe you might because you know the difference, but I'm not certain the other person would. And you're looking at a 50-year life on a metal roof versus a 15-year life on an asphalt shingle roof, right?
Right. The first quote is not removing any shingles, just simply going over and leaving the existing wood damage that is on the building at this time.
I don't think the building inspector is going to let them do that. They're going to make them pull the area that there's wood damage and replace the wood, because I've done this on a number of buildings, and you have to pull the rotted wood. That's code. You can go over a layer of shingles, but you can't leave rotted wood up there. So, you know, we want to make sure that's attended to, but I don't think paying thousands of dollars more for an appearance thing is a wise decision for our investment of funds. That's just my opinion.
I'm willing to keep searching and looking if we're looking to keep the type of roof that if Kevin can throw it back up, that the gazebo has, keep that type of roof instead of specifically matching the pavilion, I'm fine with that. But then get a quote from a company that is removing the shingles, repairing the wood, and putting the more traditional metal roof that we all see with the screws on it, doing that.
I got a couple questions for you. How much you somebody doing there? The gazebo and just the roof on the bathrooms? Or the
No.
whole building?
It's the whole building.
The whole building.
Whole building. The gazebo has the type of metal roof, the exact type construction with the screws. Is Kevin able to put that picture back up?
Yeah, okay, I'm aware of that. So,
All right.
Hickman, they high. I'm telling you right now, they're ridiculous. I tried them. They're ridiculous. They quoted me a quote for $60,000 for my church. And I ended up getting it for same warranty for $22,000. So if I was you, I'd shop around a little bit more. American Millers, they're reasonable. They get quality material. So I'll shop around a little bit more, Dave, if you could.
Not a problem. I do. Go ahead.
Do we get into the issue here? We have to have 3 bids. And I assume you put out a request proposal or something to let them know what you were looking for. And we already know what their quotes are. So anybody else making a quote at this point has the advantage of knowing how much it costs for them to do the job. And to me, that causes issues. I mean, if somebody came in and underbid one of them now because they know what the costs are, that could cause problems.
So, but you took this out to bid, or you just getting quotes?
I got quotes.
Okay, so they don't know what the other people done bid, because you're not going to tell them. Because if they would try to do that,
We're a public meeting.
Yeah, they can see what we're
We're
doing.
a public meeting.
But also he's going to go back and do the totally different roof, so that whatever he's got right now, we're not going to use any of those, because as the mayor said, 2 of them are too high, and the other one is not pulling up the shingles and changing the rotten wood out. So I think what David, what y'all are saying is he needs to go find 3 people that are going to do that.
yes.
So David, what I would do is have the building inspector look at the roof and tell you what needs to be done. Now, you don't have to pull all the shingles, but the area where there's rotted wood, it has to be pulled and the wood replaced. So build a spec based on what the building inspector can see that needs to be done, and then get your 3 bids from that. That'll be new bids on the 26 gauge metal and the traditional installation is what I would do if I was in your.
All right, I think we need a pause. Jenny, do you need us to pause?
I got to go too, y'all. I really
Oh,
do.
yes.
Jenny, you're muted. There you go.
Yes, the commission meeting should start now. So I don't know if you want to resume this after the commission meeting, or if you want to table it till next month, the remaining items.
When is the next city commission meeting?
November 12th.
I'm comfortable there. There's nothing of urgency that I will be going before the county on November 10th. And the board knows what I need to do. I'm comfortable waiting with these other expanded items until November 12th. If the board is comfortable also, it was just some project updates I was going to share.
Yeah.
What about
Whatever y'all decide, I'm good. But I got to go.
the
I
item
do-
on the agenda for a facade grant? What about that one?
That is clubhouse athletics. Doug has applied last year. I'll go real quick. He was not able, his workers never showed up. He asked me, I said, reapply. He received 3 grants to paint and repair the facade of his building. I reviewed everything. The grant that is acceptable is one for $4,700. That would cost us $2,350 in facade grant money. I would like the board to approve this grant so that we can get Doug signed a contract and he can get the front of his building repaired.
I'll make a motion to approve the lowest bid on that for a re-proposal for,
I think we're just 2 now, aren't we?
Yeah.
And,
No, you got 3 still. Gloria's there.
oh, okay. You're right. You're right.
Mm.
She's so low, I don't see her.
I'm here.
Okay, I'm sorry, Nancy, go ahead.
I'll make a motion to accept the proposal and award the facade grant for the lowest bidder on this rebid for that Doug's building.
Second. Oh, I can't do that. We're still in the CRA. I'm sorry.
I
Gloria?
can second.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve the facade grant for the athletic club. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 3-0.
Thank you. And I will be reaching out to y'all to share with you project updates. Have fun at the